welcome to our podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Mike is talking about the gin blossoms.
I was doing, you know what I slip into whenever I don't know when to test a microphone or a camera?
What?
I used to have this tape recorder when I was young, and I used to play records next to it and pretend that I was a DJ. And I bet you anything the tape still exists, the actual physical cassette tape.
Hey, DJ, my DJ.
I used to record on these. Can you hear that? Cassette tape, and I would pretend that I was a little DJ named Madman Mike.
Madman Mike.
And I would play my parents' records on my, what was that fucking company? It was, dude, they made the record player. Fisher-Price. I would play like Earth, Wind, and Fire records on my Fisher-Price record player. Mm-hmm. That was absolutely meant to play storybook records. Fuck, man.
Pretty good.
And all of that, all of those memories are every time I don't know how to check a microphone or Anyway, welcome to the show. We took a couple weeks off, couple unannounced weeks off.
Yeah.
Or announced in the moment. And we're sorry about that, but you know that mom and pop need breaks every now and again.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy.
Talk about how it's been crazy.
Going back to the cassette things, I was cleaning them out. We were at home. Wow, cleaning them out. Wow.
You gotta get back into the swing of things.
We're trying. We're struggling a little bit. So we were home, and I was helping my mom, like, kind of just organize and do a few things and whatever. So we were going through stuff in the basement. My mom has like these big like Tupperware bins of like shit, yes. Right? And most of our shit, you know, that she's kept for us, stored.
Yeah, she has your shit.
Yeah, which
your mom doesn't have shit. If we're being honest.
Yeah, no.
Moms don't have shit. Moms have leftover your shit.
Yeah.
Some moms have shit. I've seen on TLC every once in a while they have a special about him.
Hoarders. Horrors.
Anyway, so you were cleaning out your shit. You found some cassette tapes or what?
So yeah, and I was like, what are these from? And they're old, like, Albanian music cassette tapes that my mom has had forever.
What's the guy's name?
Zimnika.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was one of those in there. But yeah, it was very, very funny. And I was like, she was like, no, we got to keep those, mommy. I was like, okay, whatever you want to do.
Some things you can't get rid of. There are things in my basement right now, little toys that I know will never see the light of day, or like there's like one thing from every era of my childhood. Like when I was really little, I liked Matchbox cars. Mm-hmm. And so I have like one or two Matchbox cars. Mm-hmm. Lot went at a tag sale. That's what you got to do. You got to let go to move forward. Mm-hmm. So some of that Zemnica has to go.
Yeah.
But some of it has to stay.
Yeah, no.
For reminder times.
I don't know that we're going to get rid of any of that. We did get rid of like so much shit.
Is that right?
But that was such a wild like trip. That was
down memory lane?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying in like there was so much packed into that last trip.
Yeah.
And I feel I've been back and forth so much there lately.
Yes.
That I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
But we're happy to be back,
mm-hmm.
and we're energized. We took those 2 weeks. Don't think we were just fucking off.
Yeah.
We were trying to relax.
Right. Well, I ended up getting really sick last week because we got back on like what, the 11th or something. I don't even remember. And I ended up getting really, really sick. I had like an ear infection and like all of this stuff. And it was funny because I was talking with my clients like this week because I took Wednesday off of work, which I can't remember the last time I called out of work. And
probably why you're sick.
And it was just really, really funny. Like talking to my clients, I was like, I got an ear infection. I don't ever remember having an ear infection ever.
Right.
Never.
Right.
And then all of a sudden,
while we were in the plane, you were digging in your ears?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Knuckle deep.
knuckle deep in my ear. Ew, you just spit.
I know. I try so hard. Dude, how hard do I consistently, is that it?
Yes.
I try so consistently hard to not break when I try to make you laugh.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this about when you were sick, and I'll tell you this, audience, you've never seen someone when you're sick who is so annoying.
Annoying?
Yes.
I think it was because I've never had an earache or an ear infection as an adult.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
You know who else kind of had an ear infection by the end of that whole thing?
I'm so glad you find yourself humorous.
You're very, dude, I felt so bad for you the whole time you were sick. Because you're never, ever sick.
Never.
And you're always the one doing everything, which is why I'm surprised you don't get sick more often. Knock on wood. I suggest you do it at home as well. Knock on wood for Zoya 2 times. But you're very, you're an adorable sick person, and I feel bad for you. I do get no sleep, but you're very funny. You fight with yourself like you would fight with a person when you're sick.
Yeah, it was very annoying to me.
I woke up 3 or 4 times within that 5-day span because you would wake up and not feel good and say, motherfuck this shit.
Yeah.
And then I would it would be like 4:00 and you would like stumble naked into the bathroom like fucking like
just pissed
like
off.
Neanderthal walk into the bathroom and then take whatever you got to do, like cough syrup or Zyrtec or whatever.
Right.
Not to mention a brand.
Not sponsored.
Non-spawn. But you would do that and then come back and then pass out because you would be exhausted. And I would just be like,
I had like a fever. It was crazy. Like even when I had COVID, I didn't have a fever.
yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And like waking up to that ear pain, I was like, I didn't know. I was like, does my neck hurt? Like what? And then I couldn't swallow.
Yeah.
It was like swallowing razor blades, and I was just like forcing like liquids into my body.
So
'Cause
bad
I wasn't
to have
hungry.
it in 2 places at once.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Like annoying enough to have runny nose, to have itchy throat,
Yeah.
to have bad ears, but to have the 2 at once because everything's connected. Mm-hmm. There's only one tube in there.
Yeah.
It goes from the mouth to the... And there's only one tube. So why are you so good at not laughing? You're done with me, dude.
No, that's
I think
not
you've
true.
heard every good thing that I have said, and now you're like, ugh. We might be actually done. We might be done at the end of this. Not us, but you listening to me.
Well, I am on the apps,
Which ones?
the dating
Oh,
look for your new husband app.
there's one called Look for Your New Husband app.
Yeah.
Which one is that? Oh, and that's going to be the title? Now we scribble down in the notebook. Speaking of the notebook, love that movie. Used to pretend I had it in college when I wanted girls to make out with me. I used to say, let's go to my dorm room where I have a DVD copy of the notebook. And I didn't. But you know what? I did have Mario Kart. Suck it. And that was my pickup line. So, dude, I had an experience the other day.
Okay.
And I thought that it might be beneficial to talk about it on the podcast.
So let's talk.
I hate online when I consume other stuff, whether it's like comedy or whatever, that the people don't have, there's not that perspective of like, yeah, but here's why I'm part of the problem. I don't like when people are like, it's real easy to bark at other people and be like, you should fucking do this.
Yeah.
I think this, so you should do this.
Right.
But I really appreciate when people share the other side.
Right.
Like, you should do this because I know, because I have fucked up.
Right.
So I wrote down 2 things I'd like to change about myself.
Okay.
Fundamentally.
Okay.
And will I be able to?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I have the desire. We change so much.
Yeah, of
You're not
course.
the same
You're
person you
growing.
were when you were 12.
Yeah, you're constantly growing, constantly doing something new and different. Yeah.
You're not the same person you were when you were different.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Okay. You're done with me. I want to say that I am a high guy.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm a high guy. If I say hi to you and we make like eye contact and then you don't say hi back,
Yeah.
and I, same level, and I've said this for years.
Yes.
If I hold the door open for you and you hustle through the door and you pretend like the wind blew it open, one pipe, I'm going to judge you for that.
Yeah.
And should people judge other people?
Yeah.
Some do.
Yeah.
Wear a fancy outfit in a courtroom.
Yeah.
But I do think that judgment exists. I think that I judge people for this. Should I? Should I? Does it make me a better person to not do that? Or does it make me uniquely myself to do that?
I don't know. I think one of my favorite memes is like a guy opens up a door for a girl and she just walks in, says nothing, and he literally grabs her back out from the door. Like, I don't know if anybody else has seen this, but it is like my favorite thing because it's rude. Because
It's
anytime
rude.
anytime someone opens a door for me, I always say thank you.
Yeah. Because you have that in your value system. People don't do things for you without you saying thank you, please.
But if I open the door for someone and they don't say thank you, I always say you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking asshole.
And does that affect you at all?
No.
No.
0.
Yeah. Not a second thought.
No.
Here is where I started to have second thoughts. I guess if you want to tackle all perspectives, you don't know what that person is going through.
Sure.
It could be one of 2 things. That person can be a scared, damaged person who's scared of the world and that interaction.
Sure.
Danger because of past experiences. Or that person could be regular piece of shit. And you're not allowed to ask.
No, I think it's the latter because even people that are afraid or whatever, at least they'll give you like even if you give me like a smile, like, thanks, like whatever, like it's just like something warm. I'll take that. You don't have to say thank you like audibly, but like if you like,
yeah,
if you're shy, great. I understand people are shy. I get it. But to just like walk in like,
yeah,
like, yeah, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah.
You asshole.
Yes. Dude, I don't want to disagree with you at all.
Yeah.
Because, and here's why it's difficult. This is another thing I'm trying. I'm like arguing for, it's not even necessarily like, I'm telling you that I'm like you. But I've been like I'm spitting so much today.
It's okay.
Did I get a gap in my teeth? Did I wake up
Did you floss?
with Letterman teeth? No, never. Gotcha, a little bit. I'm trying to say that I guess I don't want to get like, I don't want to spend a couple minutes of my day worked up because somebody didn't fucking say hi.
Yeah.
Or thank you. Like, who the fuck am I to expect that out of people? I want to be so above it that I don't get that there's no feeling, like it doesn't evoke a feeling for me.
Yeah.
To, like, you walked in, ideally this is omega status. You walk in and I expect a thank you, maybe the expectation, that's where it is. It's my choice to hold the door open.
Sure.
That's my action.
Sure.
If you don't do it, I'm going to turn this way and most likely never see you again
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
That's where I want to live.
Yeah.
But that's not where my mortal person,
Yeah.
flawed human being lives. They live down the street at Go Fuck Yourself Lane.
I like that.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Do you have anything you want to change about yourself? Or are you fucking perfect?
No, I'm fucking perfect.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you have going on. It takes a second. I understand people are going through stuff all the time.
No, we're done with that. I'm
are
done.
we?
Yeah, I'm done. I want to know specifically, were there things about yourself that you didn't like when you were 24 that that you got over or changed to now? Were you a certain way that you didn't like? Did you ever not like yourself?
At 24, where was I at 24? Yes, I was going through a very weird breakup at that point in my life.
Is there anything you didn't like about yourself?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I relied on, like, I relied and altered, I guess, myself, chameleoned myself around, like, the relationship, right? Like, it was all about the relationship, and then once I realized that this relationship was not going to work,
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, that's got to change. And that's when I started to,
Spec yourself more.
right. And kind of like check myself. And I think that's when I just started to be like, okay, like if it doesn't work for me, like I'm not going to change who I am.
Did you make that mistake again in the future?
I don't think so. I think after that, I learned a lot.
That was the TP?
Yeah.
Dude, so is there anything as a 20-year-old that you think that you don't like about yourself, that you wouldn't like about yourself when you were like maybe 50? Anything currently you wish that you could change about your own self?
I don't know. I mean, maybe my discipline as far as like, like my day to day, being more disciplined as far as like, getting my workouts in and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm just so busy right now. And like, I feel like lately I've just been drowning in all the things.
Yes.
And there's like not enough time in a day.
Same.
I found myself saying in the last few weeks, like, I wish there was an extra 5 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking humanly impossible.
I wish there was an extra 5 days in every week.
No.
Give me a couple more Wednesdays. 2 Sundays.
Too many hump days.
Handful of
dude.
Wednesdays.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Get up off my back, cause a heart attack. Ain't nobody helping around. The other thing I don't like about myself.
Oh.
I wish I can get over things more completely. I think.
Yeah.
And I would like to, like, when I'm done with something, I'm done.
Yeah.
We're the same in that way.
Yeah.
But if there's like a reminder of that thing, it's still like, it's never out. It's always there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's inhuman to be like, it's cooler to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's cooler for me to sit here and say, when you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
And mean it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's more like, when you're out, you're so far down that it's going to take some digging to even feel anything.
Right.
But then if you're reminded, it brings it up, like against your will. So I guess I would like to either be more honest about that or more adamant about the outness of the stuff.
I feel like this is a little cryptic, but I I understand what you're saying. I think what it is that I think you hold onto stuff, especially when you're reminded of whatever certain thing it is. I think that you have such like a big heart, and you're such like a nice person,
And hot.
that it hurts you.
And hot before you finish.
Right. Sure. Sure. Uh, I think that when you're reminded of the thing that like upset you, and that when you're out about something, I think that you have an emotional attachment to it.
Yes.
And once you're reminded of it again, it like brings back those feelings of whatever the situation was.
Yes.
So I think that you just get emotional about it again, and you like relive what happened. And then you're in this perpetual like reliving and rehashing out whatever situation it was.
Yeah.
So
I think it's all very human stuff.
Yeah.
But I almost like, I only bring these two things up because I've been annoying myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to annoy myself with my natural reaction to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather change my natural reaction to stuff somehow. Change your natural reaction to stuff. If you could even do, or like at least try.
I think it's about more of like the tools of like trying to work out whatever that is. I don't think it's so much changing the reaction, because the reaction's always going to be there. Whether you try to change it, there's going to be some type of reaction to it. So I think it's more of the coping tools that you have, like whys, the whys, the what could I have done, the, whatever. Maybe it's time you talk to a therapist and maybe start learning how to, change that about yourself. Not even so much change it. I think it's more of like a coping thing.
And this is another question. Why are you always trying to change me?
I'm trying to change you?
Why are you always trying to
What
change
have I done
me?
to try to change you?
Because now you're like, go talk to a therapist. I don't love you anymore. And that's what you're saying. No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I just went too long without saying something hilarious. So I wanted to.
I don't know that it was hilarious.
Well, I laughed really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all that matters. And if you get nothing else out of this episode, it's that if you say something that you think is funny, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
Don't call me bro. I don't like that at all. I think you're great, Zoe.
I think you're great. I think that we're, and we've said this before, you're constantly changing, you're constantly growing. There's so many things that happen in one's life that alter or change the way you like look at the world, right? Yeah. And I don't think that ever stops. And I think that's really scary for some people, but because when I'm out, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit if I ever hear like anything about that person again. And if something was to like come up or whatever, like I'm so far, like I've already so far removed myself from that whole situation.
Yeah.
That it doesn't fucking matter to me anymore. Because guess what? At the end of the day, there's nothing that person can ever do to me ever again, or that thing can ever do to me ever again, that will get me to the point that got me to the point to be done with it in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm visualizing it.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed this conversation today.
I forgot we were doing this.
Yeah, same. You guys.
But there's always something there to remind me. Dude, I'm the funniest.
Are we gonna get sued?
I'm the funniest one in the world. Come on.
I don't know
Lasagna
about that.
hat. Thank you, Jackie. I love you.
You guys, Mike's got shows. Surrounded is in the main room at the Improv this Friday, the 24th.
It looks to sell out.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you have to get them because it looks to sell out.
And you can find those at MikeFalzone.com or at the Improv website, Surrounded,
I think it's
Friday
improv.com.
night, Mike Falzone.
Yes.
Y'all.
Also, there are other things that are happening as well.
Oh,
On
tell
Wednesday
me.
night, I have 2 shows in
Wednesday?
Los Angeles. Oh, dude,
Hump day.
Tonight I'm at the Comedy Store, the Belly
Oh,
Room.
what? Belly room?
Yeah.
Are you going to belly laugh?
And Wednesday, I have 2 shows in LA that I'll put in my stories on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram.
Starvies.
Huh?
And his starvies.
In my Starvies. And then on Thursday, there's a big theater show in San Diego that I'll also put the link in my Starvies.
Starvies.
If you would like to be on like our text list when I
Write his starvies.
I write Stavies. No, we have a text list now where I can tell you about dates and like stuff that's coming out before anyone else, and we can actually go back and forth a little bit.
That number is 818-722-8682.
That number again, 818-722-8682. What else?
I don't know.
Is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Dude, Friday's going to be great.
Friday's going to be so much fun.
Orlando Leba, Amir K.
Cool. I like him a lot.
Kira Sultanovich,
Cool.
who is so funny, dude.
So funny.
Trevor Wallace.
Fun.
And there might be one more.
Yeah.
Surprise cast.
That's the Friday before my big birthday.
I can't wait to go away for your birthday.
I know. Same.
Is there anything else you want that you could ask me for now that I can't say no to because it's being
My
recorded,
birthday.
it's being filmed on the podcast?
I would like a house.
Doesn't matter how big it is.
Yes.
That's where we're going to run into trouble.
You guys, thank you so much for listening. Mike's buying me a house this week. As you know, patreon.com is a virtual tipping and rewards website where you give us a little bit of your hard-earned cash and we give our $10 group a shout out. You guys, again, we love you. Thank you so much for listening. Catherine Connor. Alex tries to steal my boyfriend or my husband. He's still in my phone. Mike is still in my phone as boyfriend, though. Alex Bethringer. Ryan Cruteau. Cole Rusty. Joseph Capricusio. Shannon Haynes. D. Aldi. Ernesto. Whoa, Mama, wow, bow, bow. Louis Senodette. Lauren Chauncey. Paul Gilliam, Derek Helling, Steve Diergo, Chris McCarthy, Trevor the Werefishy, Joe Penn, Happy Birthday Starlight, JJ McToots, Rachel Last Name, Mike Genie, Alan Garcia, Connie Tryon, Isabella Sparkles, Antero Baez, Johnny Rosito, Handcrafted Neckwear, CC PB&J, Adman, Emily Paget, Caleb Perkins, Giant Tom Hanks, Lizzie Love, Gavin Welsh, Someone Tell Aaron, Jackie Hammond, Pages Back, BB, Guy with Long Hair, Chris Johnson, Auntie Valles, Benjamin Putz, Beth Bush, Snugglepig H, Christina Camille, Mary Wanna, Michael Johnson, Kayla Johnston, Jules Run, Grant Levisure, Chad Clark, Heather Ashley, What is Cat, Katie Taylor, Shane Welsh, Joe Ban, Milky Beans, Jess Enright, Lillian Carrillo, Magnus Silva, Barrington Lloyd Lovett, Benjamin Fuchs, Theodorus Karen Bellis, Janisha Tutton, Danny Sinclair, Jacob D. Bradford, Justine Beebestein, Josh, Sergeant Sparty, Ed Birch, Helen Ford, Illuminos, Superfloss, Tatiana Clay, Danielle D. Verona, Rob DeVeux, no, that's Deb Roberveux, Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Rob DeVeux. It gets worse and worse every time. Don Bure, Nestor De Leon III. Luis Hernandez, Alexander Legowski, Monique Quistorf, Cody Osalas, Felicia Shimberry, and Matthew J. Palka. You guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this last week of me being 39. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye, 30 Zoya.
Goodbye.